Hello, friends. Adam here with FED. So, E3 is around the corner. Nintendo's Direct, specifically, too, is just next week. And I know everyone is speculating, well, everyone in the community, I should say, is speculating about a new Fire Emblem game. Are we going to get a remake? Are we going to just get a new game in the series? Are we going to find out a release date? Is it going to be announced? There are a lot of things that people are hoping for, considering, worried about. And I think it's warranted. I think we might see something for Fire Emblem. But what if I told you that beyond that, there was already a Fire Emblem game that's been announced? There was already a Fire Emblem game that's been announced, and we know for a fact that it's going to be shown off on June 15th, and we're going to be given a release date on June 15th. That game is Dark Deity. I would describe Dark Deity as a Fire Emblem game made by and for Fire Emblem fans. I got to sit down with Charles Moore, the lead developer of the project, and I think it's one of 6 people who worked on the game. At least on the About page on their website, there's only 6 people listed, or it might have been 7. I think it was 6 though. But Charles Moore is definitely the heart and soul of the project. Is very passionate about this genre of games, about Fire Emblem and just strategy RPGs in general, and it really shows in the game. So I got to sit down with him, and he showed me the beginning of a chapter, showed me some gameplay, showed me some like in between chapter stuff, and it looks incredible, just absolutely incredible. And we got to talk about like in-depth game mechanics, and it's gonna be a really good time. And I think that Fire Emblem fans, longtime fans, and new fans are really going to enjoy this game if they give it a chance, which you definitely should. At this point, I'm sold on Dark Deity. It looks amazing. It looks amazing. So just like the basics of what this game offers, I just want to share this with you guys. I know it sounds like I'm shilling, and I guess I am. I haven't played it yet, so maybe my opinion will change. But from everything I've seen, I'm buying into the hype for this game. It looks really good. But we'll see once we play it. I guess I might change my mind. But from what I've seen, I can't imagine that I'm going to like hate this game or dislike it. I think I'll like it just as much as any Fire Emblem, if not more, that's out there. So the basics of Dark Deity. There are, to my understanding, what they've announced and released so far, things I can talk about. 30 playable characters, all voiced in one way or another, which is really good. The voice acting is great. Or from what the limited I've heard, sounds good. The game looks pretty. It's not 3D. It's not 3 houses, but I can tell you it's gonna run at a better frame rate than 3 houses, because that game runs like crap. Honestly, it's not good. It's not good. But Dark Deity runs smooth. It looks pretty. It's just simple sprite art that all looks pretty good. Honestly, I feel like it's reminiscent of like a cross between the like FE5 and FE4. The U-Draw games or 3C776 and like the GBA games, where it seems brighter and lighter like the GBA games, but the movements aren't as overstated. It's more like the U-Draw games in that way. And I think it looks really good and works really well. Just a lot of nice little touches there too. And the way everything is I'm a nerd about like calculations and Fire Emblem and stuff. The way it's all calculated and stuff, I'm really excited for. I'm a little nervous that it's going to be hard to do the math on site because there's so much into it, but it looks really cool and it looks pretty intuitive as well. So I'm excited for that. So really cool game mechanics, a fun, colorful cast of characters that is voiced by like actual VAs and stuff, like real people. Really cool. I don't know anything about the story. We didn't talk about that at all. Didn't have time for that. So no talk about the story, but I'm sure it's fine and great. But that's not why I play Fire Emblem personally. I do know that there are a ton of supports. So I think that it's called bonds in this game in Dark Deity, but essentially they're supports to my knowledge. And there's a ton of them. Like an absolute crap ton of them to explore and learn more about these characters. So that'll be a lot of fun for those people who are into that to explore. I'm not sure the effect on gameplay that the bond system has, but I know that they exist. And the last thing I wanted to touch on that I think is probably the coolest innovation of this game and something that Fire Emblem should take a look at is how they handle character death. So when a character dies, they have the grave. It's like gravely wounded or grave wound. The grave wound system essentially, if a character dies, they don't die forever, but they become weaker. They lose stats. So at that point, you can still reset and say, okay, I don't want this character to lose this stat or this stat when they died. So I'll reset. Or you can just keep playing, still have that character for the next map, and they'll just be slightly weaker. So I think it's this really great middle ground of respecting the player's time by allowing death and not giving you a game over for it, but also not punishing the player so harshly. Like when you're in like an hour into a map and we'll have a character die to a boss or something, like that's okay, because they'll still be there. They might lose a few stats, but you don't need to reset. And I think that's really interesting, and it's gonna. I think Iron Man in this game is gonna be really interesting too, because I'm sure you'll still game over if everybody dies. I'm sure. I didn't see any of that, but I'm sure that still happens. But it'll be interesting to see Iron Man runs and see how that affects people's play. It's like they can die and you'll still have them, but they'll get weaker. So it's like, are you gonna be still play really turtley, really safe, or are you gonna be a little more reckless with it? So I'm interested to see that. There's so much more to this game. I didn't even mention the randomizer. It comes with a randomizer built in, and he actually showed it off to me, and I got to see all the options that you have with your randomizers. It's pretty wild. It's gonna be really cool. It's gonna be really great for subsequent playthroughs for sure. But yeah, I'm gonna leave it there. Enough talking about this game. I'm going to put the Steam page in a link to it in the description of this video. Go check it out. They have gameplay there, like just streaming all the time. It's like an hour loop, just streaming. And then wishlist it while you're there. Wishlist it. It helps them. It gives their game visibility. And who knows? If it does really well, maybe we'll get more games like this in the future. Who knows? I don't know. I have no idea. But I hope so. And a huge shout out to Charles Moore for sitting down with me and talking about this game with me and showing some of it to me. It absolutely blew me away. It looks way better and has a lot more to it than I ever thought it would, especially as an indie game. Indie games are insane these days, man. I feel like indie games are just becoming just the new. There's almost like there's so many that are just as good as like AAA games or better, in my opinion. I actually thinking back, I think some of my favorite games of all time, they're just indie games, right? And I say they're amazing. So, anyways, that's enough on that. Anyways, thanks for watching. Please subscribe if you aren't subscribed to the channel. Please like this video and comment your thoughts. Are you going to pick up Dark Deity? Are you going to play it? Are you excited for it? Let me know. And get excited for us covering it on this channel like crazy, because I'm pretty pumped for this game, dude. Anyways, thanks for watching. Catch you next time, friends.